I'm Danny Gurry, and you've tuned in to Good Morning Frederick. It's a podcast, about Frederick. Everything, the people, the businesses, the nonprofits, and the cool stuff. So sit back, relax, and enjoy Good Morning Frederick. Good morning, Frederick. Today is Wednesday, August 7th. I'm your host, Danny Gurry. The 100th show is coming up on August 20th. Please mark your calendar. I would love to see as many of you possible here for that 100th show. I'd love to get 100 comments on our streams for that day. But I've also created a survey to get some feedback from you, the viewers, on what you would like to see more and what you'd like to see less. Please fill it out. If you go to Good Morning Frederick's Facebook page, you can see it pinned right there at the top. And you can be honest. It's completely anonymous. So I'd love for your comments and suggestions. And thank you to all of you who have filled it out so far. I do appreciate it, and I've been reading all of the suggestions. And will be doing whatever I can to add as many to the show as possible. For those of you who have been here since day one, Mama Cone, every single day she's on, and I appreciate it so much. She keeps me straight and points out if I say the wrong date, which I have, I think, 3 times, and or if something has gone awry. You are what keeps me moving and making sure that this show keeps going. Please do subscribe to us on YouTube. Even if you prefer watching on Facebook, that's fine. We are on our way to 1,000 subscribers by September, and I appreciate and welcome all the new subscribers for watching Good Morning Frederick. And if you want to pick up some Good Morning Frederick merch, you can do that Thursdays to Sundays at 401 North Market Street. We have hats and travel mugs, stickers, t-shirts, magnets. We are actually also open this evening, Wednesday, 5 to 7 for our social/networking gathering. And that will be this evening, 5 to 7. You could stop by and get one as well. Because every time you purchase Good Morning Frederick swag, I use the proceeds to donate back to local causes. So you get some great swag. Our local nonprofits make out as well. The community is built and stronger. This morning, actually, I was at WFMD with Chris Michaels, and I enjoyed being with him this morning, and he will be with us, hopefully, around 9:10 this morning. On today's show, we continue to support and highlight the businesses participating in Frederick Chambers She Week. Today, I featured 2 SHERO recipients, Hannah King from Squadstyle, who's receiving the Heart Award, and Jennifer Gerlock, who is receiving the Strength Award. And it was great chatting with them both. I think you'll enjoy it. Plus, Jeremy Poling and Lee Jernigan want to take kids fishing and hunting and get them to spend some time outside. And they are having an event this weekend to support that organization. And as I said, Chris Michaels is joining me with some local news, weather, and sports. Bob has a couple of days off. And as always, I've got all the events for you for this week, plus this weekend, from the best calendar in the land. And I've got some giveaways for you as well if you want to join me for Tree Trekkers Climbing for a Cause on August 17th. I've got tickets for you for that. All right, let's go ahead and get this show started for this hump day. Thank you to our show sponsor, We Help You Move. no matter whether you're going across the street or down a couple floors or in the same development or you're moving across the country. Nicholas and his team of moving experts can make that process easy. We Help You Move is veteran-owned and a huge supporter of the Frederick community. You can find them on Facebook and on the web at wehelpyoumove.com. Give them a call today. They can come out and give you a quote, or maybe you just need some advice. They are happy to help with that. And I'm going to go ahead and talk about the giveaways that we have. So you can get 2 tickets to Climbing for a Cause, which is August 17th at Tree Trekkers. There is a whole day's worth of events going on at Tree Trekkers on August 17th. So you may want to get these tickets, climb early, because McClintock will be out there with some adult beverages, and you can't drink then climb. You can climb then drink, obviously, if you're over 21. There's also a cornhole tournament happening. I saw my friend Devin said she's playing in that tournament, and you're going to want to join that as well. There'll be some vendors and some raffles, and if you just want to go up there and perhaps, let's say this, you want to enter to win the 2 tickets, and let's say you win, but you don't want to climb, but you got kids that want to climb. You can do that too. They are asking for a $5 ticket donation to be a spectator on the 17th only. This is not typical, obviously, for Tree Trekkers. You can normally go watch your kids climb, and it's no fee, but this is all giving back to the American Cancer Society and Relay for Life. So, please, head on over to Tree Trekkers on August 17th. I'm happy to give you 2 tickets to that event. Just text, what are we saying? Climb? Cause. Just text cause. Of course, I had it right on my sheet. And we've got the 5 Maryland Lottery scratch-offs we give away each week as well. And then you can have a Tree Trekkers 3-hour adventure ticket. If you text TREE, you can get the 3-hour adventure ticket for any time during the season. And if you text KEYS, you can get 4 tickets to any Frederick Keys regular season game. Now, you can text these text words 24 hours a day. The number is 888. What is our number? 465-2944. 888-465-2944 is the number. Go ahead, text it, and I will text you back. I love getting texts. I don't see them right away, typically, but I will text you back when I do see it. So 888-465-2944 is the number you're going to want to call. And while we're talking about, oh, here he comes. Let's go ahead. I hear Chris Michaels just popped in, and we'll go ahead and get our local news, weather, and sports from him. Well, good morning, my friend. Long time no see.
I was going to say, I feel like we just saw each other. Danny, this is wonderful, okay? Let me tell you, for everybody out there, before I get into news, not only did I see Danny this morning, I saw her yesterday in person. Okay?
Yes.
I see you more now than when we actually worked together in our previous employer, which is great. I love it.
I know. That was fun. That event, the National Night Out at Ballinger Creek Park. What a great event that is.
It was. And again, they do it all over, mostly around the country. For us, we got to go and meet the sheriff's deputies from the sheriff's office. And can I tell you what the highlight was yesterday?
What's that?
The highlight yesterday was finally, after all this time, meeting Mama Cohen.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I know. I keep forgetting people haven't actually met her. It's funny because I didn't introduce her to you because I, for some reason, figured you already knew her. I mean, you knew who she was and she knows who you are, but you'd never met. Right. I did the same with Rob from Intense Barbecue. He was there, too. And, I forget. I know she's like a celebrity in her own right.
Oh, my goodness. And she was, and I don't know if you saw this, she was so funny. So when I introduced myself to her, you know what she does? She flexed her muscles. Like she literally flexed her muscles. I'm like cracking up. I love it.
Of course. Of course.
So
Of course.
it was a fun time. We had a great time, and it was great to see you. And again, it's such an important thing to do to introduce the deputies, law enforcement to our community. We're
Yeah.
lucky where we live in an area where we have some of the greatest law enforcement officers with the Frederick City Police Department, Chief Lando running that department, and the Frederick County Sheriff's Department, of course, Sheriff Chuck Jenkins running that department. So it was great. Did you see that helicopter? The Maryland State Police helicopter?
We must have just missed it. I'm so bummed. And I heard that was really awesome that it landed and right there. That's pretty cool.
So I asked them if me and Bob would be able to drive the helicopter. After they put me in cuffs and checked me just to make sure I wasn't crazy, gave me a mental evaluation, and they laughed at me. No, I'm kidding. They didn't do all that. But no, the answer was no. We couldn't do it for a radio stunt. So I lost out on that deal. So I'm going to have to.
Have you ever been in a helicopter?
Absolutely not. And nor will I ever go. Oh, gosh. Okay. You know what? I'm going to give you breaking news right now. Okay. I'm going to admit this on your show, Danny. Chris Michaels, am scared to death of heights.
What? I know, but you're in a helicopter. It's
which
awesome.
Is a lot less safe than an airplane to me. Okay, a helicopter wobbles. Okay, and so my wife
doesn't wobble.
I promised my wife. I said after we get married, I said I'm going to take you on a nice trip to Jamaica for our honeymoon. And she said to me, "Great, sounds wonderful." So we tied the knot, and I kept up my end of the bargain. I took her to Jamaica Queens in New York, and when she got upset, I said, "Listen, it smells like reefer, just like the country of Jamaica. It's the same thing. So, what are you complaining about?"
Oh, my gracious. I can't believe. Well, look, I understand being scared of heights. I'm telling you, a helicopter ride is just a phenomenal experience. Have you ever been up in a hot air balloon?
No, you asking me about a helicopter, and I tell you I'm afraid of a helicopter, and you ask me if I've been in a hot air balloon. The only hot air is what comes out of my mouth. No way. No way you get me on one. You want to get me on something that has a basket that belongs on a bicycle in front of a bicycle attached to a balloon?
Peaceful. It's so peaceful and lovely.
Danny, let me tell you what's peaceful is my house when my wife and kids are gone. That is peaceful. I'll stick to that than being on a little box or a bucket that's attached to a big balloon. No, thank you.
Oh, boy. Maybe that ought to be our bet for something. If you lose, you have to go up in a hot air balloon.
Does anybody want to see a big grown man cry like a baby? I'm sure not. So let's not. I'd rather do the beard bet. Okay. Listen. I'm firmly happy with my feet planted on the ground. Thank you very much.
Oh my goodness! Wow. Okay. All right. That kind of limits you though if you don't like flying in anything.
Look, I will. If my wife wants to take a trip abroad, we'll go to Canada. That's fine. At least I can drive there. All right, and I don't have to fly. I just think it's hysterical. I'm afraid of heights. You ask me if I've been, but no way I'm going in a hot air balloon. Ew.
I don't think of being in a plane as heights. Being afraid of heights, you don't even see anything really.
Well, no, I don't, because usually if I'm in a plane, I drink too much to where I'm passed out, so I don't see anything. And believe me, I'm not a drinker by any means, let me tell you. Real quickly, I got to tell you, great job. We had Danny on the Morning News Express today, minus Bob Miller. Great job today, Danny, on the show.
Yeah, my husband said it was pretty good. He was listening, so there you go.
All right, cool. So I guess we should probably get to some news, right?
Let's go ahead.
The not so, what do you call? Oh, by the way, before I get to news, you didn't notice here what I put here.
I did. We do miss Bob Miller,
we
and
love
I did
you, Bob.
say, yes.
We miss you. You'll be back with us soon. All right, getting into the, what do you call it? The not so terrible news?
The not so terrible news.
The not so terrible news. I love that. All right, you're going to have to copyright that. A grant totaling $392,000 from the Federal Emergency Management Agency has been awarded to the Frederick County Division of Fire and Rescue Services. Now, Chief Tom Coe, who's a great guy, says the money will be used to train over 1,110 first responders on how to safely and quickly clear an accident scene. They include treating patients at the scenes, transporting them to hospitals, and extricating them from the vehicles. All those things happen simultaneously. Boy, talk about a stressful job, huh, Danny? He says, so all of our focus initially goes to life and safety issues, providing medical treatment to the significant critically injured, extracting folks from cars, mitigating hazardous materials, and so on, incidents on the highway. So, again, that's a grant totaling $392,000. You forget how stressful and hard their job is. Just the fire department alone, with the training they have to go through, going up all those flights of stairs in their academy with all that equipment on.
Yeah.
It's really it's an amazing thing they do. A state of preparedness declaration has been signed by Maryland Governor Wes Moore. It's ahead of the possible arrival of the tropical storm Debbie. The safety of Marylanders is our top priority. By declaring a state of preparedness, I am directing the Department of Emergency Management to coordinate the comprehensive preparation of state government ahead of any potential impacts from the remnants of Tropical Storm Debbie, says Governor Moore in a statement. Residents and visitors should monitor local weather forecasts, remain vigilant, and be prepared to follow safety instructions from local emergency officials. Of course, Tropical Storm Debbie coming up the East Coast right now. Now, I said this on air. We went from having a drought to lots of rain past couple days, and of course, more on the weather forecast coming up. But I'm hearing different stories. Friday into Saturday it could be here. Of course, we'll have to wait just to see what happens with that. The names of the police officers and the suspect involved in the Friday morning shooting at the Super 8 Motel on Monocacy Boulevard in Frederick have been released. They are Corporal Alex Mendez of the Sheriff's Office and Officer Connor Wolfsband of the Frederick Police Department. Both have 8 years of experience with their respective departments. The two fired their weapons at the suspect identified as Jack Edgar Primer, 45, of Freedom, Pennsylvania. He remains at the shock trauma in Baltimore in stable condition. The Sheriff's Office says that the two were with several other officers who were attempting to apprehend Primer, who was wanted in Beaver County, Pennsylvania, for child sexual assault and abuse charges. They located him in his motel room, but he refused to come out and said he had a gun. The situation turned into a standoff and then escalated to a point where shots were fired, and Primer was struck. Primer was treated at the scenes by the police officers and then by medics who took over. He was medevaced to shock trauma in Baltimore. 2 officers were placed on administrative leave, and the Super 8 Motel, no other law enforcement officers or guests at the Super 8 Motel were injured. The Maryland State Police are currently investigating the incident. And 4 people were arrested, and a handgun was confiscated following a traffic stop Monday in Frederick County. The Sheriff's Office says at around 1:45 p.m., a deputy stopped a vehicle along Executive Way and Mason Street for a traffic violation. After observing indicators of criminal activity, the deputy conducted a search, and a 9mm Taurus handgun was located. The weapon was reported stolen from Missouri. All occupants of the vehicle were arrested. And that is it for your news today. Taking a look at the weather. Cloudy skies this morning, and boy, are they cloudy, followed by thunderstorms during the afternoon, high 87. So if you're going out and about today, make sure you take that umbrella with you. Tonight, showers this evening, becoming a steady rain overnight, low 69, and then taking a quick sneak peek into tomorrow. Rain high near 80, winds at about 10 to 15 miles per hour, chance of rain 80%. Rainfall near a half an inch is possible, and then tomorrow night, cloudy with periods of rain, potential for flooding rains, low of 74. And taking a quick look into sports. Frederick Keys take on the Spikes tonight. First pitch is at 6:35. The game got canceled yesterday, I believe, because of the rain that we had. And the O's lose to the Blue Jays 5-2 last night. The O's are a half a game behind the division-leading New York Yankees. They face the Blue Jays again tonight. First pitch is at 7:07. That's going to be quite a battle between the team I hate the most in baseball, the Yankees, and the O's. And the Nats beat the Giants 11-5 last night. They take on the Giants again tonight. First pitch for that one is at 6:45. So there you go.
Fantastic. We appreciate you carrying the load both on the air at WFMD and
my back
here
hurts. My back
Good
hurts from
Morning.
carrying Bob. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I love you, Bob. I'm just kidding.
Oh, my goodness. All right. We wish you a wonderful day, and we will see you tomorrow morning.
Danny, take care. Good to see you as always, my friend.
You too. All right. I want to thank Chris for all of that. I know it's not easy when you have a show to run by yourself. I would know. Do it every day. But his requires a little bit more work. All right, quick break. Then it's all the events in Frederick from the best calendar in the region. And you're going to meet Hannah King from Squadstyle, the recipient of the Heart Award at SHERO, She Week, and Jennifer Gerlock, the recipient of the Strength Award. Plus Jeremy Poling and Lee Jernigan from the local National Wild Turkey Federation chapter. And wild turkey is in the animal, not the beverage. All right, all of that is coming up just after this.
All-in-One Events is Frederick's #1 source for event rentals and entertainment. Please visit us on the web at www.aioeventgroup.com or call 1-888-727-8902 for more information.
Real estate goddess, yeah. She's the one to get you there. Homes and dreams are perfect, yeah. Shattered family beyond compare.
The Crab Shop is open. Join Habitat for Humanity of Frederick County, Maryland for the 9th annual Blue Crabs and Blueprints celebration on Saturday, August 24th at the Walkersville Carnival Grounds. This family-friendly day includes crabs from JB Seafood, food trucks, live music, and yard games. This fun-filled day supports Habitat's home repair and home build programs, making a difference year-round right here in Frederick County. Crabs must be pre-ordered by August 19th, so don't delay. Get your crabs now for this Maryland-style crab feast.
Ah, yes. So let's find out what else is happening in Frederick. Happening in Frederick is sponsored by Intense Barbecue, family-owned barbecue, food truck, and catering company. They cook in small batches to make sure that the food is as fresh as it can possibly be. You can find them at intensebarbecue.com. That's IN, the number 1, the number 0, SEBBQ.com. When you have their food, you will satisfy your meat tooth. I saw Rob last night at the Ballinger Creek National Night Out, and he caters. He was telling me the food truck business is down just a bit, but his catering is way up. So if you have a wedding, any sort of function where you want food, and it doesn't have to be barbecue, but certainly barbecue is a great thing that he does. You can contact Intense Barbecue. The food is unbelievable. He brought me one time his little crab cake appetizers and his filet with green beans, and oh my gosh, so good. They've been catering for a long time. All right, if you want to know what's happening in Frederick, you've got to check out the Everything Frederick calendar, which I believe is one of the best in the land, because I compile everything. I try to find everything going on in Frederick from all the tons of different websites and put them all together for you. And you can email me at everythingfrederick.com or everythingfredericklive@gmail.com if you would like for me to talk about your event. All right, when you come to the event, it looks kind of a mess because there's so many great things going on. If you click on this agenda tab, week, month, and agenda, that's really by the day, and it's going to show you everything in the order that it starts. So this is a great way to plan out a day if you're trying to do multiple things or you want to get around to as many things as possible. Today, Wednesday, August 7th, there is that Frederick County Animal Control Microchip Clinic. You don't need an appointment. Take your pet to get microchipped. especially if you have outdoor pets that, even if they're in your fenced yard, they could get out, something could happen, and nothing worse than not knowing where your pet is if somebody finds them, and they can easily get them scanned and figure out who you are, which is fantastic and makes your life a lot easier. Tonight at 5 o'clock, come to the home of Everything Frederick. We're having cocktails and conversations. It is a social networking evening, and I'm going to be there with Mama Cone until about 6 o'clock. Come by, get your Good Morning Frederick merchandise tonight, and come say hi and meet some other great people. Even if you don't own a business, maybe you're just a fan of a lot of the local businesses and you want to support, come on out. We'd love to have you. I tell you, these, we've had these, it's the first Wednesday of every month. We've had them just a few times now, and I meet different people every single time, which I absolutely love. All right, and let's see. Thursday is, of course, a live. Oh, I also wanted to say today is Fingerboard Farm is open. Fingerboard Farm Market, 11 o'clock. They open until about 5:30. Now, I posted yesterday, they have tons of fresh produce. Now, I feel like we have so many farmers markets out that you guys may forget about this, but these are vegetables that are grown by Dawn herself at Fingerboard Farm. No pesticides, no herbicides, no GMO seeds. It is as organic as you can possibly get. And the photos of the tomatoes and things that were there, they're all hand-picked. Oh, looked amazing. So if you're in the Imesville area or just outside of Urbana, head over to Fingerboard Farm sometime today from 11 until about 5:30, and you can check it out. Okay, so that is today. All right, tomorrow, tomorrow is we've got the SHERO Awards, but you needed a ticket, and I don't believe tickets are still available. But of course, there is a Live at 5 tomorrow. Obviously weather dependent, so you're going to want to watch social media. I don't know what the weather is supposed to do, but tomorrow is a great band, Dan McGuire Group. If you've not heard them before, they are very, very good and lots of fun. I'm going to see what I can do about trying to sneak over there. I'll be at the SHERO Awards for a little bit, but maybe I can get over to a Live at 5 at some point before it ends. Because I'm right down the road at Union Mills, so might have to check my ticket and see if I can do both. You can also visit WFRE's Country on the Creek at 7 p.m. It starts 7 to 9 with Emma J. at Shuck and Shack. And you can go see the guys, Tim May, and they're not Country on the Creek, they are Up the Creek. Tim May's at Sweetie's broadcasting live right on the creek 3 to 6 p.m. So a lot of stuff happening tomorrow. And again, check the weather forecast and social media for all of that. On Friday, you got the Frederick Keys that are home during Verse Mahoning Valley, and it is a fireworks night. So you can check that out. And again, happy to give you guys tickets if you want to go. We only have about a month left of regular season baseball. Also, Newsies is at Other Voices Theater. You can see Newsies at 8 p.m. and they are located, Other Voices Theaters, right on Jefferson Street. And for all of you people who are old like me, it's where Exhale used to be. So there you go. City Limits, too, I think was the name of the other place that was there. But anyway, right on Jefferson Street near McCurdy Field is the Other Voices Theater. And it's a musical, and I think that'll be really cool. So if you want to go see something fun and support a local theater organization, you can check out Newsies Friday. And Saturday, tons of stuff going on Saturday. I'm telling you, we could keep you busy for a month. Look at all these great things. But right now, what I want to tell you about is the NWTF. That is the National Wild Turkey Foundation, the Monocacy Valley chapter, is having a summer feast. It is a pig roast and crab feast, and it supports the kids who are kind of experiencing things like archery and hunting and fishing, all the things that while we were growing up here in Frederick, most of our friends did. And I chatted with Jeremy Poling and Lee Jernigan about this event. Just note, we were at a party. They are dressed in the Prohibition times. It was a Prohibition party at Fingerboard Farm Inn. And I'm telling you, if you've not ever been there, and if you want to host a party or you want to have a fun girls' weekend, that place is gorgeous. But anyway, I want to introduce you to Jeremy Poling and Lee Jernigan to tell us all about this great event this weekend and the National Wild Turkey Foundation.
Jeremy Poling, Lee Jernigan, they want to teach kids about hunting
and outdoors,
and
whether
the
it's
outdoors,
fishing,
spending time outside.
camping, hiking, we don't care, as long
love
as
it.
they're enjoying it.
Well, I grew up in Frederick County,
Okay.
so most of my friends hunted, fished.
Yeah.
It's about keeping that heritage alive,
Yes.
right? Because
Yeah,
believe it or
sure.
not, the schools, not to get political, but inadequately funded, right? So we try to help with a lot of their archery programs. We're doing a little bit more than just taking the kids out in the woods. So there's an educational piece to it. So helping them to prepare for the
we get
hunter
archery.
safety
We
course.
try to do archery in the schools when they will. We just need support in the school, but then we help fund it at that point. Like gym teachers in the past, they brought in like Sebillsville, Woodsboro, different, so just get them shooting a bow. Hopefully, because at the end of the day, what we feel is like in athletics, some of us are good at football, some of us are good at baseball. Well, when you shoot archery, you don't have to be big and strong like us, right?
Wow.
Some of the best archers are
saw it in the
like you.
Olympics.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
so that's what we kind of
Skill.
hopefully give a demographic to those kids that can have success. So that's what
But
we
it's
like
really,
to do.
look, I think it's so important for kids today, especially because we have a big influx of people from the city,
Yes.
from Montgomery County, who many kids don't even realize
They don't understand it.
where
Right.
food comes from or
Correct. They
any
don't.
of that. The ag life that we grew up with here, 4-H and the fair, the way it was when we were kids, a little different. And it's so nice to expose kids to that.
And
Yeah.
see if they like it. Whether they don't, it is what it is. But
Yeah.
at least give them the exposure to it, and hopefully they'll grab a hold of it and have like what me and Jeremy has experienced all our life, because it's just a way of life. Each year, like now we're fishing, right? Here soon we'll transition over to deer hunting.
Yeah.
And then so it's a way of life. It really is.
It is.
And a lot of the kids actually that we come across, some of those families just don't have the resources or have the land, right? Land in Frederick County,
It's
as you
tough.
know, is
It's
very
very
tough to
tough.
maintain. So as Lee was talking about, the season's changing, right? We go from whitetail hunting. We'll do a Menard whitetail hunt. We'll do, Sika deer
Some
hunting.
some
We'll do
waterfowl
goose hunting. We'll do waterfowl
And then
hunting.
turkey.
And then
in the
turkey.
spring.
Yeah.
We're not just limited to the turkey, because it's about, nothing like those kids' faces when we show up and, Lee hosts our chapter hosts the lunch and everybody's showing off
We
their
have our
harvest for that
turkeys.
day.
They have a great day.
Those kids' faces, they've worked with Lee or come in some of the other mentors for 3-4 weeks and gotten comfortable around what we're doing and target practicing. And, it
Safe.
may
Very
be
safe.
45 minutes one day, it may be 10 minutes the next, but the repetition of them coming out and practicing, we prepare them to be ready in the field.
Yeah.
And there's no bigger smile than that kid's face when they're holding up a big
Nice
gobbler.
turkey.
Oh, it's
Or when they come to our lunch and they maybe missed one, or they heard a gobbler, it just didn't happen. It happens.
Yeah, for sure.
because they have those stories.
Yeah,
Yes.
of course.
Right.
The hunting stories are the
Yeah.
best stories.
100%. And
Fishing
we
stories
And
are
it,
the best.
we
and
make
it
'em
keeps
really
them off the
safe.
screens.
Yeah,
It keeps them off the
right,
screens.
and which there's nothing wrong with the videos and stuff like that, video games. But I can assure you, if they're fishing and hunting and whatever, that's how my dad kept me in check.
How can Frederick help you guys with what you're trying to do?
So we host open events to the public all year long, and those are events that we like to have nice parties like the gathering you're here tonight. Coming up on August 10th, we have our annual crab feast and our pig roast, and it's a family style event. We have hundreds of people that come out, feed on fresh crabs, right? Lee always does, wonderful pigs, all the sides.
whatever.
It's just a great day. We're supported by a couple of the local FFLs, right? So there are some drawings that are there for them to win prizes and things like that. But it helps us the more that we sell those dinner tickets to fund our events, because we will have obviously a Jake's Day every year where they come out and the kids, it's all
a free event.
Totally free.
Nice.
So support through the community basically comes by showing up to our events, show up to our banquets, show up to our crab feast, support the kids. We have great prizes, we have great auctions, and not to mention really good food.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and the nice thing about the NWTF, which I like, is that they let us do these events grassroots, where like the money that we raise doesn't go to a national, to some of the other ones, and I'm not mentioning them, but they let us keep it close and doing things for the community, which I think is pretty cool.
That's really cool.
Yes.
How do people get tickets?
We have Venmo, and we were putting some stuff on Facebook as well.
Okay,
so
I'll get that link. I'll make sure it's on screen for people to utilize. What ages are the kids?
Far as the crab feed, it's whatever ages, whatever.
Yeah.
But far as our youth hunt and stuff like that, typically our ages are from, let's say, 10 to 16, because that's youth.
So if there's one thing you want Frederick to know about this organization, if they walked away with one thing, what would that be for you?
That we obviously are local folks that are trying to keep the heritage alive with young men and women in this county. And what we do is 100% supported by the money that we raise. And countless times that we've actually gone in our own pocket to see some of these events done. But if Frederick County would at least know that keep the kids active, get them involved, and reach out to Lee, reach out to Russ, reach out to the chapter. Never too young to get them started.
Love
100%.
it. Love it. All right, we got Jeremy Poling, Lee Jernigan.
Thank you very much.
Thank you,
We're going to put the information on the screen. Go to the crab feed, support. Send your kids. I tell you, they will come back changed in the best way possible. So we love it. Thank you guys.
Thank you guys.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for helping us. Absolutely.
Thank you for helping
Thanks, Danny. Thank you.
Absolutely.
All right, want to thank Lee and Jeremy. As I said, I don't believe Lee walks around wearing that outfit every single day. All right, that event, Saturday, August 10th, starting at 5 p.m. It's at the Catoctin Fish and Game location on Clark Road in Myersville. You're going to want to grab your tickets today so that they can prepare. But it's going to be a fun day, and it's going to support the kids who want to get outside. Okay, let's see what we have here. And to get the links and details for all of these events, all you have to do is go to promocircus.com, click on the Everything Frederick Live tab, and then calendar of events, and you'll see it right there. I've also pinned the calendar, or featured the calendar, on the Everything Frederick and More group. So if you are in that, which you should be if you are not, because 133,000 of your closest friends are there, that group is just phenomenal. I want to thank Shannon Flannery for starting the group, and Tara and Angie and everyone else who helps to monitor the page and administer the page and keep those hundreds of posts an hour from going on to go onto that group. All right, let's see. If you are trying to think about what you may have for lunch or maybe dinner, how about sushi? Do you like sushi? Well, I tell you, I do, and Sushi Nomu is a great place to go. And I recently had dinner at Sushi Nomu, and I've got to tell you, it was absolutely unbelievable. The decor, phenomenal. The food, just amazing. I had the best miso soup I've ever had. The sushi was so fresh and delicious, and it was actually a feast for the eyes. The presentation was stunning, and the service was impeccable. The sushi, fresh, the sashimi, the best I've ever had. I can't say enough great things about it. If you're looking for a great place, maybe to go on a date, or maybe just to try something new, it's affordable, It is beautiful, and you will not be disappointed. I promise. Sushi Nomu at sushinomu.com or 4969 Westview Drive, just beyond the Dunkin' Donuts. Ah, yes. Great place to go. If you've never been, you're going to want to check it out. I love the decor in there. It's so, so great. All right, we got a couple people making our market today. Well, really, one is a market maker. Let's move on with that. Market Maker is sponsored by the Healing Storm. Shannon and her team strive to create an environment where you're seen, heard, and valued. The Healing Storm focuses on alternative holistic healing methods to relieve your stress and pain. They have massage therapy, Reiki, lymphatic massage, and they have a whole healing journey program. Go to healingstorm.com for the details, and you can schedule an appointment. It is a great place, and Shannon just released some infused oils, which should be available at the Home of Everything Frederick very soon. But if you're looking, you need a little massage, you want to unwind, de-stress, check out thehealingstorm.com. All right, the SHERO Awards is coming up on Thursday, and my next guest will be receiving the Heart Award. Hannah King participated in She Pitch a few years ago. And look at her now. She has used everything she's learned to continue to improve Squadstyle Work N Wellness. I'd like to introduce you to Hannah King.
Sitting across the table from Hannah King, Squadstyle, right? Yeah. Just Squadstyle. Okay. Right on Bite Drive, right across from the new Sheets and the hotel, which was not here, I don't think, the last time I came to visit you. So congratulations, first of all, on 3 years. That's pretty good. You were a part, since we're kind of focused on She Week people, you participated in She Week a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And you said that that was a good experience for you.
Yeah, I was a She Pitch candidate.
Yeah. And so that whole process, it's not just that you get up and you ask for the money, right? There's a lot of stuff that is done, the groundwork before you ever get there.
Yeah.
That helps you kind of take a look at your business maybe in a different way.
Absolutely. Yeah. It takes a couple of months leading up to the actual pitch competition.
Yeah. And you said you learned quite a bit.
Absolutely. Yeah. It was really cool to have just the input from a mentor from the Women Business Network too. And being able to look through the business and how you present your business.
Yeah.
Have an outsider's perspective.
Yeah. And I was saying to you, it's very easy when you're so close to something and somebody says, oh, well, I don't. And you're thinking, well, come on, it's very clear. But sometimes it's not as clear. I think it is. Or people aren't understanding it in the way that you're presenting. And I even said, oh, first of all, you made some beautiful changes here to Squadstyle. So if you haven't been in a few years, you need to come in, because I just think some of the decorating, some of the additional things that you're offering, I think are phenomenal.
Thank you.
And we'll obviously be showing that on screen. So there are a lot of co-work spaces here in Frederick. I definitely think you have a big point of differentiation. So why don't we tell our viewers why Squadstyle when you started this business? What was it about what was missing here in Frederick?
It's a space where you can come to work on your own wellness.
Yeah.
Selfishly, we wanted to, my husband and I, find a space to go and do that with the little side hustle of also being a personal trainer and not having a space to go.
Right.
So kind of seeing both the business side and the personal development side, and just offering a space where people can come to and actually do that. Because if you're well, everything else in life will also thrive.
Yes, 100%. And I think it's so important. So really, this is perfect for somebody who has some flexibility in their day, who may want to work remotely, but really you don't have to, right? It can just be a place you come. You can come into the gym, you can work out, you can sit in the beautiful new sauna. now, and you can enjoy that and just really kind of maybe just get some peace and quiet. Maybe you just need a break from the hustle and bustle.
And honestly, the biggest part is community.
Yeah.
Just trying to get out of the house and then having this community that bonds over those healthy habits and activities. It's powerful.
Yeah. So what have you found amongst the people who are members here that has transpired that you actually didn't necessarily plan for, but have kind of birthed? Have there been any things that have come about because of the people that are here?
Yeah. And it's as you grow, you kind of learn with it. And I feel like I should have, of course, always had that. But it is the 2 events that we host, a business boost, which is a mastermind for all business owners. And then we host a wellness culture club, which brings that into your personal well-being and you mastermind your personal well-being.
Okay.
And those are 2 big events that our community loves coming to, and new guests and visitors as well. That we didn't have, and we just started them this year.
Okay, great. Well, you'll have to let me know about those dates so I can put them out to our group, and I'm sure there will be people out there who would love to be able to come in and check things out. What has been the biggest challenge now looking back over 3 years in business for you?
For us, it was the financials, not having a loan when we first opened this location, and doing the entire work ourselves. And that was really hard on the relationship, like mentally, physically, very tiring, while also building the systems for the business.
Yeah.
So that was challenging. But at the same time, I wouldn't change anything about it. Like, it really was, everything happened like it was meant to.
Yes. What has been so far the biggest thing you're most proud of?
It's the community aspect. I literally get chills when I come to an event that a member hosts here, and I find and I meet other people that have been yearning for this community and the support and to just go into a positive environment. And that always gives me the chills of like, just providing the space opens up the doors for so many people to just come and be and work on themselves and find community and support. And that is truly like just the biggest blessing for me. And
yeah. And I think it's great. You have a network upon a network, right? So a lot of your members are going to be able to introduce you to like-minded people, which is really great. Do you have different membership kinds, different kinds of membership?
Yeah. And it all depends on whether you want to use the co-working space and the gym, or maybe just the gym and sauna experience. And then also on how many days a month you would come. And typically all of our memberships are month to month, so it's very flexible.
Right. So maybe you would say right now, hey, I think, I'll be in a couple days a week for a few hours, and then you want to use the whole shebang. Now, you do have options where there are desks that somebody can rent as their own, right? And but the space that you have available for all members to use, like this room here and the phone booth room, which is nice if you want to have a call or you're on a Zoom or something like that, or you want to yell at your kids because they've been calling you 25 times in the summer, you can go in there and do it. And, just a really nice shared kitchen. And what are the other benefits of the membership here?
More benefits of the membership is the wellness services that we include in the memberships. So, for example, you can sign up for monthly fascia stretch and massage appointments. You can drop into workout classes, the business boost, wellness culture club. Those things are all included in the membership as well.
That's so nice. So you can literally come in and get a free stretch or a free massage.
Mm-hmm.
Right there is worth the membership alone. Really.
See the chiropractor.
I'll just be writing that on my membership. I only will be here for the free. No. But the personal trainer side is very interesting because, right, if you're not affiliated with a specific gym here in Frederick, I don't know of where else you could be a personal trainer unless somebody's got a gym at home, right?
Mm-hmm.
You really wouldn't have a place to go to bring your own clients. So if you were kind of expanding out on your own, this is perfect for you.
Absolutely.
You can meet with potential prospective clients. Do you get access to this facility? Is it limited in hours?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it would just be a membership, just like all other co-working members.
Yeah, but are you available 24 hours to come in, or is it just certain hours of the day?
24/7.
So 24/7, you could literally start a side hustle as a fitness trainer.
Mm-hmm.
Do your job during the day and build your business in the evening. 7 days a week. Wow. I mean, just the sheer possibility of that for somebody to really do what they're passionate about and get themselves to a point that their spouse or their bills won't suffer because of it.
Yeah, absolutely. And we take a lot of pride into creating these options for those hustlers and, people that want to open their own business to offer flexible options so that we can grow with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to say something that's pretty obvious. You're not from here in Frederick, nor are you Montgomery County-er. So when did you move to Frederick?
Yeah, I'm from Germany, from Frankfurt, right outside of Frankfurt, and I moved to the U.S. in 2015.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you got here and pretty much within a few years said, hey, this is something. Did you come with the mind that you were going to start a business?
Oh, no. Oh, no. It was a passion.
It was.
Yeah. And my passion is just to help people understand what it really means to live a healthy lifestyle and be happy with it.
Yeah.
And that led to like a Facebook group called Squadstyle Lifestyle. And then from there, it just grew into coaching, into running my own business, and into providing space where people can work.
I mean, that is like the quintessential progression of really from idea to your market research with the group, and then realizing, hey, I can help this group by providing something.
Yeah.
Well, we think you are awesome. We know you're going to be around a long, long time to come. You have room for more members. Mm-hmm. So if you're interested in balancing this is truly a work-life balance place. It's going to help keep you in the mindset that your health and well-being is pinnacle to everything else in your life, right? You take care of yourself, you are more able to take care of everybody around you.
Absolutely.
I love it. All right. Squadstyle, right on Bike Drive. I'm going to make sure the website is up for you to check out the memberships. Come get a tour. You can sign up for a free tour. You can even sign up, I saw, for a day pass.
Yeah. And if you book the tour, you can come for the day for free.
Come book a tour. You got to meet the lovely Hannah. See the facility. I think you will love it. You will not be expecting from the outside what you see on the inside. And I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. We appreciate you so much for being a part of the Frederick community and adding this Squadstyle right to us. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Now, I want to thank Hannah and thank all of her fans for watching on YouTube right now. I love it. And look, it really is. There are a lot of options in Frederick, but if you want the healthy lifestyle, you want to be around like-minded people who want to be healthy as well, there is no better place than Squadstyle. All right, we're going to take a quick break. Then we're going to be back, and Miss Jennifer Gerlock is going to be joining me, and that's coming up right after this.
The Crab Shop is open. Join Habitat for Humanity of Frederick County, Maryland for the 9th Annual Blue Crabs and Blueprints celebration on Saturday, August 24th at the Walkersville Carnival Grounds. This family-friendly day includes crabs from JB Seafood, food trucks, live music, and yard games. This fun-filled day supports Habitat's home repair and home build programs, making a difference year-round right here in Frederick County. Crabs must be pre-ordered by August 19th, so don't delay. Get your crabs now for this Maryland-style crab feed.
Dream Free Art, Frederick's first and only splatter room. New location, new beginner-friendly artful shenanigans for all ages. Come fling paint and make a masterpiece in Dream Free Art splatter room, or join us for a fun and unique art experience. Book your next birthday party, corporate event, date night, or family outing at dreamfreeart.com to unleash your inner artist today. Dream Free Art. Free your creativity.
Oh, yes. Dream Free Art. That is a great spot if you're looking for something fun to do. All right, now let's talk about people of Frederick. People are what make this town what it is. People of Frederick is sponsored by Ori Custom Florals. Whether you're looking for a single flower order or flowers for an entire event, something classic or unique, you can rely on Ori to create florals reflecting your individual needs and style. He is phenomenal. And how about a monthly floral subscription for yourself or even as a gift? Oh, that would be an amazing gift, actually. Get the details at oricustomflorals.com. And he's doing a lot of really cute pop-up events as well. If you want to learn how to decorate or go to one of his flower bars, they're really fun. All right, Jennifer Gerlock is a great friend, and I'm so happy to learn she's receiving the Strength Award during the SHERO Awards on Thursday. I was editing this video last night and realized it's like, because I haven't had a chance to sit down and talk to her in quite a while, it was really like watching two friends who haven't seen each other for a while, and kind of apologize a little bit for that. But anyway, it's a lot of fun, and I'm really proud of her. Here's Jennifer Gerlock. Of Everything Frederick, 401 North Market Street. I am with old friend, old I use Lucy, just for a long time friend, Jennifer Gerlock. Hi. I'm so glad to chat with you. And what an honor. She will be awarded a SHERO.
I know.
How great. Was this done before? Did you know this was
No, no. I just got an email.
An email.
Yeah. I mean, it's something like very unexpected.
I mean, this was your event.
It's my baby.
This is your event.
Yeah, super unexpected.
So for those of you who don't know, Jen worked at the Chamber of Commerce of Frederick and ran a couple big projects, Leadership Frederick County and She Week. Yep. And I love both of these. I haven't done leadership yet. Next year, I'm saving up. I'm gonna apply for that. She Week is brilliant. I wish She Week were around back in 2008 when we met.
I know.
2007, 2008 when I launched my business. What a great thing you guys are doing for women-owned businesses here on idea and expansion. I just love it. I've talked to many of the people who are pitching in the last day. Yes, I talked to a lot of them today. I'll talk to a couple tomorrow. But wonderful, supportive program. That
I loved it. So that all came about, like, just She Week itself came about because we had this great group. I had this great committee, Women in Business, right? So we had this Women in Business committee just that sort of reformed, and we wanted to do something for Women's Equality Day. You know, one of our committee members was like, Women's Equality Day is the end of August. We should do something. And I was like, absolutely, what should we do? And I had a committee of like overachievers. I like to joke about this, but it's true. So we ended up, not just a day, there were like 4 events. So by the end of the like brainstorming session, it was like 4 events. And ended up being called She Week, which stands for Strength, Heart, and Equality. Yeah. And so it all centered around that. It sold out, and we were like,
look at us.
I know. And the SHERO Awards came later, right? So She Pitch came later too, and SHERO Awards came later.
She Week is basically, it's a conference.
Yes, there's a conference day. There is a pitch competition, which actually gives money and resources to businesses in Frederick County. And then there is a networking event and awards for people who fill different categories.
And you, my friend, are getting an award. Are you the H? Are you the Are you the hero?
I'm the S.
And you're the S. You're the S. Okay. Strength. You are the strength. Yes. And that is wonderful. Look, that is really, those awards are just so, I'm sure, great for the recipients, but really great for the community to understand that people who go above and beyond are actually amongst us every day. And it makes us think about that all the time. So, so what do you think about it?
I think it's odd to be
I know, it's always odd when you get an award.
To be part of it, but I think, so one of the things I loved about it when it started and reading all the nominations, and just, it was very moving to see, there were no real criteria, just to meet and be exposed to women that were doing really incredible things. Not just women, because the E was also, a male could also be very worthy of that. And so it was just really great and moving, but to be here is a little weird.
I bet it's a little weird. I bet it's
also, you feel like I don't think that I think that I qualify for this, but
look, I mean, I think we all think that, right? When we're acknowledged for something that we do every day, it's weird because we don't feel like we're doing anything different. Your involvement in Frederick, I've known you since I met you. You were, I think, one of the first people outside of family I met when I moved back to Frederick in 2007 and started my company. And I just laugh about my first meeting with you. You told me you have to meet Carlos Klein.
I did.
And I'm still friends with Carlos Klein, who I never thought I would actually call a friend, actually, to be honest. But that was such a huge part of my journey here in Frederick. You were a huge part of my journey, introducing me to a lot of moms who were out there blogging at the time when it was cool.
Yeah, we were like the bloggers, the mom bloggers here in town.
I mean, it really was an interesting time. And I love that I've been able to kind of watch you on your journey and get to what you were doing here. You've created just a great culture here in Frederick.
Oh, thank you.
And you were really a big part of it, really.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I love this town. I love the people. I love this town. I've been ridiculously goofy since you've known me. Our kids were like this big. They were like this big.
I know.
And it was just like big ideas and stuff. I do laugh because sometimes people say to me, well, how do you know Danny? I'm like, well, let me tell you.
We go back.
I've known Danny since she moved here from Australia.
Yes, when I moved back here. So look, I think it's, I definitely think it's fitting. I definitely think it's worthy. And you've worked very, very hard in this town to do everything you've done. You've done nothing short at all, other than survive, because we're tiny people. But I love that, to have watched your sons grow up, and it's been really, really great.
It's really kind of an interesting thing, right? To be, when your kids are little, you get involved in the community in whatever way you can get involved, that meshes with where your family's journey is at the time. So it might be like, soccer or sports, and we were doing, more charities and stuff that dealt with like that age group and things like that. And as they get older, and then you start to like spread your wings a little bit more and get involved in other things. And now we're Rotary together, and just like how your journey changes.
It's been really, really great. And it's fun because with someone you've known so long, you kind of almost look through their eyes sometimes and think, wow, this has really progressed to something else.
It was kind of fun that we could sit down together.
Oh, yeah. It was great. Long time coming for sure.
I know.
Well, look, we cannot wait to be with you on that night. I think it's going to be wonderful. And, as always, wish you nothing but immense success.
Thank you.
I know you're going to keep doing great things in this town.
I think I'm going to go back to writing again.
I think you should.
The way that we used to write.
Yes.
I know.
I love it. Thanks. I love it. Jen Gerlock, everybody. Thank you guys so much for watching.
Ah, yes. A lot of fun with that one, and a little walk down memory lane, too. All right, coming up on tomorrow's show, I have County Executive Jessica Fitzwater. I've got Kevin Andrade. He is a local tax specialist. And thankfully, the conversation is more exciting than taxes, which is not exciting at all. And Chris Jenkins, the general manager from the Frederick Flying Cows, will join me live as well. That's all coming up tomorrow. Don't forget, fill out the 100 Show survey. Find it at Good Morning Frederick's page on Facebook. And tell a friend today about Good Morning Frederick. Have an amazing day. Get out there and be great, Frederick.
From down